Elon Musk shouted, "No way, the car doors are too tight." Thick smoke billowed from the vehicle. Dense, black smoke enveloped the area. The engine sputtered erratically. If they were delayed even by a few more minutes, the driver would— "Everyone hang in there!" Elon called out loudly, his determined voice cutting through the clamor and chaos. He and the rescue team exerted all their strength, striving to pry open the deformed doors. Sweat streamed down his forehead. His heart pounded loudly in his chest. It felt like a race against time. Each second dragged by heavily. The flames inched closer, the heat almost burning everything in its path. What is happening here? Can Elon Musk save the driver? Rewinding to 40 minutes earlier, in the small town of Pinewood, nestled among Colorado's snow-covered hills, the Christmas spirit was everywhere. Twinkling lights adorned every house, and the aroma of baked apple pies filled the chilly air. At the heart of the town, the cozy little eatery known as the Pinewood Diner always radiated warmth from its fireplace and served as a familiar gathering spot for the locals. Especially the first responders, including police officers, firefighters, and medical personnel. Inside the diner, the atmosphere was warm and filled with laughter. A vibrant Christmas tree stood in the corner, and on the bar there was a box labeled "Christmas Wishes," where everyone wrote down their dreams and hopes for the holiday season. The rescue workers shared stories about their jobs and families while sipping hot coffee. Little did they know that a miracle was awaiting them that very night. Perhaps it was the early Christmas gift from God? Outside, the snow began to fall more heavily. The diner's door swung open and a man stepped inside, brushing the snow off his plain coat and adjusting his scarf. He chose a table near the window, his eyes watching the snowflakes drift outside. "Wait a minute. Is that Elon Musk?" Police Officer Daniels whispered, his eyes wide with surprise. "No way! What is he doing in Pinewood on a cold Christmas night?" Firefighter Garcia replied, though his gaze remained fixed on the man. The man smiled at the waitress. "I'd like a cup of coffee and a slice of apple pie, please," he said warmly. Everyone in the diner exchanged astonished glances, but respected his privacy, continuing their conversations with a newfound excitement. This was exactly what Elon Musk had been hoping for. Amid his busy work trip in Colorado, he had sought out this small town to find a moment of peace. The stress and pressure of his job made him crave simple and cozy comforts. The friendly laughter, the aroma of hot coffee, and the warm Christmas atmosphere made him feel happy. It was rare for the Tesla CEO to have the opportunity to enjoy such tranquility. Suddenly, the radio crackled, shattering the relaxed atmosphere. "All units, there's a severe traffic accident on Highway 16 near the Pinewood exit. Possible entrapment. Repeat, possible entrapment." Without hesitation, the rescue workers immediately stood up, quickly putting on their jackets and grabbing their equipment. The air grew tense and urgent. Elon watched them leave, worry evident on his face. Without a second thought, he stood up and followed them outside. At the accident scene on Highway 16, a chaotic sight unfolded before him. 2 cars and a delivery truck had collided on the ice-slicked road. One car had flipped over, with the driver trapped inside. Flames were starting to erupt from the truck's engine, and the smell of gasoline permeated the air. "The engine is on fire. We need to get the driver out immediately," Garcia shouted urgently. "The cutters aren't working. The hydraulic system is frozen," another firefighter yelled, desperately struggling with the outdated equipment. Medical personnel Smith tried to calm the injured, but the lack of medical supplies made her job more difficult than ever. The snow continued to fall thicker, reducing visibility and making the road even more dangerous. Elon stepped closer, his voice strong. "How can I help?" Garcia looked at him, surprised but without time to ponder. "Unless you have a magic trick, we can't open the car doors, and our equipment is malfunctioning." Elon quickly assessed the situation. Without hesitation, he sprang into action. "Everyone, let's work together. We can try using our own strength." He and the firefighters began prying open the car doors with crowbars and cables. Their combined efforts created a powerful push, but the deformed and frozen metal made the task incredibly difficult. "The flames are spreading. We don't have much time," Smith warned, shielding a victim from the smoke. Elon glanced around and spotted a fire extinguisher in the fire truck. he quickly grabbed it and started dousing the flames alongside another firefighter. "Keep the fire to a minimum. Everyone, try one more time." With synchronized coordination, they poured all their remaining strength into the effort. The metal creaked loudly as the final car door began to budge. "Got it! The door is opening!" Garcia shouted hopefully. They carefully pulled the driver out, who was unconscious but still breathing. Smith swiftly checked his condition. "You need to be taken to the hospital immediately, but our ambulance can't move in this snowstorm." Elon stepped forward. "My car can handle this weather. It has an autopilot system and specialized all-terrain wheels." Without waiting for approval, they placed the victim into Elon's Tesla. Smith also got into the car to continue first aid while on the move. "We'll stay here to manage the scene," Daniels called out as he followed when the car started to roll, disappearing into the thick snowfall. The vehicle moved smoothly along the slippery road, the automatic system precisely adjusting speed and direction. Smith looked at Elon, her eyes filled with gratitude. "Thank you. You saved his life." Elon just gave a slight smile. "We all did what we could." After safely transporting the victim to the hospital, Elon returned to the diner. The rescue workers had gathered there, their faces tired but shining with joy for having saved so many people. "The victim will be okay," Elon announced as he entered. "The doctors say he'll recover." Applause erupted and a sense of relief spread throughout the room. After facing moments of danger, it seemed everyone had grown closer. Genuine smiles and warm glances were exchanged around the room. Elon Musk was no longer just the world-famous billionaire, but now like a friend, a kind and friendly Pinewood local. Elon's courage and willingness to help had forged a special bond between him and the rescue workers. Garcia stepped forward and shook Elon's hand. "Thank you, sir. Without you, we couldn't have done it." Elon looked deeply into his eyes. "You are the real heroes. But clearly, you need better equipment." Daniels sighed. "We've been requesting equipment upgrades for a long time, but the budget keeps getting cut. Tonight could have ended much worse." A heavy silence enveloped the diner after Daniels spoke. The warm glow from the Christmas lights seemed to dim, no longer enough to dispel the heavy feelings weighing on everyone's hearts. The cheerful laughter from earlier had given way to distant, contemplative gazes. The cups of coffee on the tables had grown cold. The first responders recalled the moments they faced danger, the helplessness they felt when their outdated equipment failed them. Sadness and disappointment were evident on their faces as they realized that the shortages not only affected the people they were trying to protect, but could also put their own lives at risk. They wondered how much longer they could continue their work under such constrained conditions. Elon sensed the change taking place in the diner. He thought for a moment, then spoke with determination. "This can't continue. I will make sure you have everything you need, modern rescue equipment, new vehicles, everything." Everyone in the diner seemed to be in disbelief. Silence enveloped the room for a moment, broken only by the crackling of the fireplace and the echo of Christmas melodies filling the air. The warm glow from the decorative lights reflected on everyone's astonished faces. The rescue workers, their uniforms still dusted with snow, exchanged silent glances. Other patrons in the diner, the waitstaff, small families, elderly couples also paused, their eyes fixed on Elon Musk, sensing the magic of the moment. "Are you serious?" Smith asked, nearly in tears. "Completely serious," Elon Musk affirmed firmly with a warm smile. "I want to support you by providing more modern and safer rescue equipment. I will develop new technologies that can make rescue operations more effective, such as search drones and support robots for dangerous environments. This will help minimize the risks you face during missions." Elon Musk continued, "I had never considered this before, but what happened tonight compelled me to take action." The surprised silence quickly transformed into joyful cheers. Some people placed a hand over their heart, as if to ensure their hearts were still beating. Smiles began to spread, moving from one person to another. The atmosphere in the diner became warmer than ever, as if everyone was sharing in a common Christmas miracle. "That is truly a miracle. If this is real, you are our hero. No, you are the hero of everyone," Smith choked, her voice trembling as if she still couldn't believe what she had just heard was real. "No, You are the true heroes, those who always put your lives on the line to protect others. I deeply admire your courage and silent sacrifices. What I do would mean nothing without people like you here, keeping us all safe." Those words touched everyone's hearts. You could see it on the faces of the rescue workers in the room. They were used to being thanked with a casual "thank you" or polite nods, but this was different. Musk didn't just thank them. He genuinely acknowledged their contributions and provided solutions to help them work more safely. These individuals were accustomed to saving others' lives, but now they heard someone wanting to do something to protect them. It was truly wonderful. The atmosphere in the diner burst with joy and gratitude. The rescue workers looked at one another with newfound trust. They then sat back down together, sharing everyday stories, memories, and dreams. By this time, the once quiet little diner had transformed into an intimate gathering. A firefighter, unable to contain his curiosity, approached Elon and tried to appear as natural as possible. "So, what brought you to this small diner in such a remote place?" he asked, his voice tinged with surprise and admiration. Elon looked up from his cup of coffee, smiled, and shrugged. "Oh, I've been on a business trip recently, and sometimes you just want to find a peaceful place. Besides," he added with a playful smile, "this place makes amazing apple pie." The firefighter smiled in return, and just like that, the atmosphere in the room became noticeably friendlier. As everyone began to relax, questions naturally arose. Another firefighter, a bit more bold, asked, "So what's your next plan? Launching another rocket to Mars?" Elon chuckled lightly, clearly accustomed to such questions. "Actually, yes, we're working hard to make that a reality. But today, it's all about apple pie and coffee." His simple answer delighted everyone. It seemed he had no trouble shifting from talking about space travel to enjoying local cuisine in the same breath. He didn't come across as arrogant or make the moment about himself. In fact, he genuinely seemed interested in chatting with those around him. A medical staff member sitting at a nearby table chimed in, her voice full of admiration. "I have to ask, how do you manage everything? Tesla, SpaceX, Neuralink, and all your other projects? Do you ever take a break?" Elon laughed again, this time with a more humorous expression. "I get that question quite often. Yes, I sleep, but not a lot. Just enough to recharge." He paused for a moment, thinking before adding, "I believe that when you're passionate about what you do, you find the energy. But today, I just came here to enjoy a bit of peace." The way he said this, so natural and humble, made everyone in the room burst into laughter. This changed how everyone viewed Musk, and they were no longer hesitant as they had been when he first entered the diner. The police officers, medical staff, and firefighters were no longer standing apart. They blended into the conversation, asking Elon questions as if they were talking to an old friend. He answered each question with calmness and friendliness, occasionally cracking jokes and sharing interesting thoughts. The atmosphere in the diner became warmer than ever. It had been a long time since Elon Musk had felt such a welcoming and comfortable atmosphere. In the days that followed, the town of Pinewood became busier than ever. New shipments of rescue equipment arrived, modern fire trucks, ambulances equipped with advanced technology, new cutting and rescue tools, along with warm winter gear for the harsh season. The rescue workers were trained to use the new equipment, ready to face any emergency situation. Their spirits were higher than ever, not only because they had better tools, but also because they knew their work was appreciated. 10 days later, the Pinewood Diner hosted a small celebration. The Christmas wishes box was opened earlier than expected, and everyone read the dreams that had been submitted. A piece of paper with Garcia's handwriting read, "Hope we have better equipment to save more people and keep the town safe." Perhaps God had heard their prayers and brought Elon Musk here. Thanks to Elon Musk's generous support, the rescue team received the most advanced equipment, enabling them to save more lives and ensure the town's safety. Elon raised his glass, smiling, turning dreams into reality and thanking the silent heroes who create miracles every day. Applause and laughter filled the air. A festive atmosphere spread throughout the Pinewood Diner. Bright smiles, congratulatory hugs, and heartfelt thanks were exchanged. Garcia, eyes shining with emotion, approached Elon. "Thank you, Elon. This gift is not just equipment. It's recognition and support for us." Elon smiled humbly. "You deserve it. Your courage and dedication are an inspiration to all of us." Christmas music filled the air as everyone raised their glasses in celebration. The warm and joyful atmosphere turned the small party into a memorable event. Gratitude and humanity spread, affirming that when a community unites and shares, miracles can happen. Outside, the snow continued to fall gently, creating a sparkling, fairy tale-like scene. That night, people shared stories, memories, and heartfelt emotions. They realized that positive change can begin with simple yet meaningful actions. As the party came to an end, Elon prepared to leave. "Thank you for welcoming me into your community," he said. "No, we should be the ones thanking you," Daniels replied. "You've given us more than we could have ever expected." Elon smiled warmly. "Merry Christmas to everyone." "Merry Christmas!" everyone echoed in unison as he stepped out of the diner, blending into the snowy night. The story concluded with hearts full of joy and hope. In Pinewood, the true meaning of Christmas had been realized, not just through material gifts, but through the unity and kindness that connected everyone. The rescue workers continued their duties with renewed enthusiasm and pride, knowing that sometimes real miracles do exist. Elon Musk's generous actions and compassionate heart left a profound impression on everyone in Pinewood. Beyond the familiar image of a successful entrepreneur with remarkable achievements in technology and space exploration, people saw a very different Elon Musk, a humble individual, willing to help and share. His dedication and enthusiasm in supporting the rescue team inspired and instilled faith in the entire community. People not only admired Elon's talents, but also cherished his warm heart and sense of social responsibility. He truly became a shining example, demonstrating that the greatest success is not only measured by what we achieve, but also by what we contribute to others. We hope this story has brought you warm feelings about community spirit and compassion. If you have similar thoughts or stories, please leave a comment below. We would love to hear your shares. It might just inspire others to take action together for a better world. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe to help spread these positive values to everyone. Thank you for watching, and see you again in the next stories.